Hey, what's up everybody? Josh here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new drum library available from the Masters over at Mixwave. They dropped the bomb on us with the Lorna Shore Austin Archey drum kit, and it's amazing stuff. Let me show you what it sounds like in a quick mix and then we'll dive into it together. All right, my friends, we know what we came here for. When you got a drum kit that looks like this, that sounds like this, you know it's going to be good stuff. If you're not familiar with Austin Archey, he's the drummer of the band Lorna Shore, who have made some incredible waves in the world of music over the last couple of years. And they're one of those bands where, you know, if you want to scare your parents a little bit, or if you want to test your I listen to everything friend, I'm just telling you, they're the band to do that with. So there you go. Not only is Austin a dazzling speed merchant, but he plays incredibly clean. And some of the things you hear in Lorna Shore, you go, my goodness, how is that even humanly possible? I don't know if science will find that answer, but Austin can do it. So the fact that we have access now to his incredibly iconic, unique drum sound and kit here, the common folk, you know, this is great. We have got ourselves a beautiful Tama Star Classic maple setup here, and we got Meinl cymbals. What's not to love? Talking about the plugin itself, first of all, it just looks damn gorgeous. I mean, you got the goth cathedral style going on here with the smoke. I'm almost thinking of something like out of Diablo or, you know, something like that. And one of the things I love about Mixwave is they always take the time to really personalize these libraries for the artists they're representing, and I really appreciate that. So let's take a look at the sounds on offer here. We'll start with the snare. Come on. If that didn't make you want to buy it right there, then I'll try a couple other things to convince you. But my goodness, it was love at first snare for me with this kit. Oh man. Great stuff. We'll take a look at the other ones in a moment here. So talking about kicks, we have two individual kicks here that they do kind of sound a little different in character. They're the same size. They're both 20 by 16. But keep that in mind if you're going to program these. You may want to actually use the individual hits instead of just hammering on one like we normally do. And then over on the toms, you've got, again, these are Tama Star Classic maples. Good stuff. Oh yeah, that one on the floor there, that 16 by 16, good stuff. I think this is a 14 by 14, yeah. And those toms in tandem with the kicks, when you do those abrupt, you know, boom, boom type stop things, good stuff. All right, cymbal time. Let's take a look at the hat. This is going to be all Meinl stuff here. You've got the pure alloy medium, and then you've got the dual here, the 14, the Byzance, I think, or I don't know how to say that. I'm probably screwing that up. Anyway, moving on, you have over on the left, China, and then you have a crash, another crash, and then over here, you've got another crash and another crash. So 4 crashes going on here, and you can see they're kind of symmetrically lined up here. Then you've got a ride. This is a 22-inch ride, and then you've got another China. So 2 Chinas, 4 crashes, a ride, and then 3 splash cymbals here. And these two have some different options. Or let me see, there's the other option. There we go. So a lot of cool dynamics to mess with on the splash cymbals, and that is, you can kind of see where they're positioned for kind of that high speed stuff. So that's really good. All right, let's take a look at these snares here, because again, man, that is just a poppin' snare. Sounds so good. Let's check out the JT snare here. So a little more beefy and definitely ringing out. It almost sounds like a gunshot, man. It's great stuff. Moving on to the Maleficum snare. I'm not sure what this is modeled on or if it's a custom thing. I'm not sure, but here's what it sounds like. Kind of a big Titanic snare with a lot of ring to it. That is a nice sounding snare. All right, we got the Archey backwood snare here. Did I say backwards? Backwoods. If I said backwards, I'm sorry. Backwoods. There you go. If you're from New York, it's backwoods, right? Anyway, moving on from that. Sounds really great. And then you have this Tama SLP here. And listen to this thing. It's like, my goodness, that is a high snare, man. So this is the kit in essence. It is built for speed and it is tuned to cut through. So Mixwave has kind of a standard flow of things when it comes to their plugin layouts, and it works really well. There's the kit view, and then you have the mixer. So the mixer, not only does it look gorgeous, my goodness, but you have lots of control, and I mean lots of control from the mixer. So you're going to get both kicks here, and each one of these is going to have your different options down here, you know, your envelopes for gating and stuff, and then your different different microphones and things like that. And as you go over this, you'll see on the bottom left of the screen, it kind of tells you what each thing does. You can tune it, you can have it mixed or unmixed, boosted or unboosted, and then over here you have some effect control. So you've got a lot going on from the control panel here that you don't need to do much else with. I don't even multi-track it out. I just work from here, and I find that I get what I like out of it. So there you go. You have everything here, you know, toms, kicks, and snare, and then you have your overhead and room and master here. And then as you go to mixer 2, you'll notice that we got cymbal mixes, and we also have access again to the overhead, room, and master here. So that kind of stays with us the whole time, which is cool. Settings, this is where you can map things to your liking. And I stick with the default because I'm so used to it at this point, but there are a few presets to choose from. Like I said in my last video with these guys, I came over from the Easy Drummer world. So I had tried that first, and then I got used to Mixwaves, and it seemed to work out just fine. So there are some things to choose from. And of course you can save these, have them however you want. If you click the little line here, you have different velocity curves. So the preview, when you go in here and you just hit a thing, is going to be at the max velocity. But if you want that every time you trigger it in your piano roll, you're going to have to go in here and kind of tell it what to do. So I found with this kit, I didn't need to adjust anything, but some other kits, I usually turn the cymbals up a little bit because I like to really hit the crash hard, and maybe the snare up just a little bit to get it to pop. But these snares don't need any help with that, right? And then you have an about section if you want to read more about what you're working with here. And you know, you can test your friends and see if they can read this death metal logo. You got to be about a level 10 death metal wizard to read this stuff. But anyway, moving on, let's go back to the kit and show you a couple grooves. All right, here we are with a couple of grooves that we're going to test out for you at different tempos. This first one I actually slowed down a little bit to 150 to show you that you could actually groove with this thing pretty good. And I really love how this snare pops in even the mid-tempo stuff. Check this out. So pretty good stuff there. One more time. Really, really nice stuff there. Let's check out this next groove here. This one's at 180. This is a little more thrashy here. See how we like this one. Pretty good stuff. And what I want to do here is actually switch up the snare a little bit. Let's check out this JT snare because I really like how this one sounds for this type of stuff. Check this out. Really cool stuff there. So that is a 180 groove. Let's kick it up to 250 with some blast type stuff and get a little more of what we came here for, you know what I mean? Let's check it out here. So here's a 250 groove with some blasts going on, and what I want to do is go back to the original snare on this, and we'll try it with that. Pretty awesome there. Let's check this one out with the high snare because I think we're going to like what we hear on this one. Pretty insane stuff that you can do with that. I do want to show you one thing I'm doing here on the snares with the blasts is you'll notice I've got the velocity down just a little bit on those hits because they are so poppy that they get not too loud, but they can just kind of crowd the mix. And depending on what you're trying to do with that, you may turn that down a little bit. But all in all, you guys, you know what you're getting when you got a kit that looks and sounds like this. It's great stuff. For me, what this inspires is obviously if you're writing things along the Lorna Shore lines, but I think about bands like, and I know maybe I'm dating myself here, but like Divine Heresy. Anyone remember them? You know, kind of that Tim Young speed sound where the drums are tuned to actually do that. And it's not just, you know, flubbing out with the kick drums and the toms and everything. Like this will get you there effortlessly. And again, you're in good hands. You've got the Mixwave team, you know, Taylor Larson and those dudes over there have been killing it lately with the incredible stuff. Obviously, they've got some other plugins, but these drum libraries, they keep getting better and better, and I can't wait to see what they do next. So I hope you enjoyed our little presentation of this amazing drum kit. Go check it out. There's a link in the description, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me today.